everyone, it's Jade from Sweet Softies, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute little pumpkin. It's perfect for Halloween and you can make it very quickly and easily using beginner-friendly stitches, and I have the free written pattern on my blog, so be sure to check it out. I also have some other Halloween patterns on my blog, such as Whimsy the Witch and Sir Batwington, so if you'd like to take a look, please check them out on my blog too. For this crochet project, you'll need some medium weight yarn in colors for the pumpkin and for the stem. You'll need some fiberfill stuffing, a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook, a yarn needle, and a pair of scissors. For the stem of the pumpkin, you're going to get the brown yarn, and then you're going to chain 3 to begin. So that's 1 chain, 2 chains, and 3 chains. Then you're going to insert a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So I'm going into the second one here to make my single crochet, and then single crochet in that next chain as well. Then simply fasten off with a long tail for sewing it to the pumpkin later. So here is that tiny stem for the pumpkin. To begin, you're going to start with orange yarn for the body of your pumpkin. Go ahead and chain 14. So that will be 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. After you make 14 chains, you're going to insert a half double crochet in the third chain from your hook. So here's the first chain from my hook, second and third. Insert into the third chain, like so, and make your half double crochet. Then you're going to make a half double crochet across each of the next chains. That's going to be 12 half double crochets total. So we'll go ahead and move through like so. Half double crochet, half double crochet, and all the way across. After you make it all the way across, that concludes the very first row here. Then you're going to chain 2 and turn your piece like so. And then you're going to half double crochet all the way across in back loops only. And that will be, since we have 12 half double crochets from the last row, you're going to do 12 half double crochets again. So here, instead of going through both loops as you normally would when you crochet, you're going to go through only the back loop. So the loop facing you, for example, this one, is the front loop, and this is the back loop. So you'll be working in back loops only here. I'll demonstrate that across. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, and 12. After you've gone all the way across, that concludes the second row. You're then going to repeat this row 2 instructions by chaining 2, turning your piece, and making half double crochets straight across. So like last row, you're just going to half double crochet across. As I work back and forth, you will have this nice texture going on, this ribbing effect, and you will continue working this way until your pumpkin, until this turns into a long rectangle the other direction. So I'm going to happen to go all the way to row 12 for this pumpkin body, and we'll meet back when we reach that row. Once you have crocheted 12 rows of your pumpkin, it should look something like this, a long rectangle with nice texture and ribbing going back and forth. At this point, you are going to fasten off with a long tail for sewing. So I'll give myself a generously long tail here and fasten off. And we'll go ahead and finish off this pumpkin with sewing now. If you would like to, you can go ahead and add plastic safety eyes to your pumpkin. It will make your pumpkin extra cute, and I kind of just added them in last minute, but as long as you do so before sewing the pumpkin together, it should be quite easy. So now that you've got that done and you're ready to sew your pumpkin, you're going to start by doing a running stitch across the top edge of the rectangle. So I'm just going to be inserting my needle through the top edge stitches here. Pull through. And as you can see that when I pull, it kind of cinches the top closed. Like so. What you're going to do next is you're going to continue sewing along the sides of the pumpkin together, stitch by stitch. So because you did 12 half double crochets in each row and it's even, you should be able to go down stitch by stitch and come up with a neat seam. Now, once you get all the way to the bottom of the pumpkin, you are going to stuff it by adding stuffing into the body. While you're stuffing, you'll notice your pumpkin expand, but be careful not to actually stretch your stitches too much. So as I'm doing this, I'm noticing that my pumpkin's eyes are really far apart, and I prefer them to be closer together. So I'm actually going to make a switch right now and take out the stuffing and also one eye and move it closer. Alright, so I ended up moving my eye from the side here towards the center some more so that my pumpkin's eyes are closer together. And I'm going to go ahead and finish stuffing him up now. So once you are satisfied with the amount of stuffing on the inside, you're going to cinch the bottom of your pumpkin closed. You're going to go ahead and use a running stitch across the bottom edge here. So once I've done my running stitch all the way across the bottom, I'm going to just pull tight. And as you can see, that cinches my pumpkin shut. And now I'm left with this nice little chubby ball. And to make the pumpkin shape, what you're actually going to do is insert your yarn needle from the bottom through to the top of the pumpkin. And so I'll show you how that's done. Insert up. See my needle going up through. And as you pull, the bottom of your pumpkin is going to be pulled up. So now that you're up through the top, I'm going to hook into a stitch up here. You're going to pull it back down by inserting your yarn needle through a stitch from the top and going down through the bottom, like so. Pull tight. And as you do so, your pumpkin cinches down. I'll repeat this a little more so I could get it a little tighter. And once you're satisfied with the shape, you can actually stop there and fasten off. So I kind of like that my pumpkin is flat or squat enough now. So I'm going to just kind of fasten off here by going through some stitches, and I'm going to make a knot. And now what's left to do is to put on the stem. So pick up your stem that you've made, and you're going to, what I like to do is just simply pull it through the top, and you can do that with the yarn needle. Or an easier method can be to use a crochet hook. I'm just grabbing a smaller hook here. So I'm going to go through the bottom, out through the top, pull a yarn end through, go through another stitch in the bottom, oops, out through the top, and pull that yarn end through. And so there's the little stem on the top of my pumpkin. And I'll go ahead and tie the yarn tails down here. To finish off. So what you can do is either use scissors to get the yarn ends cut short, or if you want to hide them inside the pumpkin, you can also do that. Oops, that was not very successful. Let me try again. So I'm going to pull it through into the pumpkin to hide my yarn end. And I'm going to do the same on the other side with this other yarn tail, I mean. And there you have it. The stem is in. That wraps up this cute little pumpkin crochet project. Hope you enjoyed making it with me and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.